Brian Anderson. Ali LaForce is our reporter.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Paul George. He's out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Russell in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And the basket by Jokic. And then Russell with the dunk.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Jokic. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And in 2022, more history made by Nikola Jokic, becoming the first player to amass 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds season.
And Nikola Jokic breaking barriers at the center position, Grant.
Oh, so true, B.A. That 2,000, 1,500 season, it never been done before. The Joker's ability to be a facilitator at the 5, almost a point center, we've never really seen that before.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Really left him alone that time.
Elite at moving the ball. Jokic is one of the best passers in the league, regardless of position. No doubt he's the best 5-man passer for sure.
Pass to Davis. Inside. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Russell against Paul. And then Russell with the dunk.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Now here's Paul. Off they go. It's a 3-on-1 break. Stripped it away. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Chris Paul reminding all the young players out there, I may be a future Hall of Famer, but I still got game right now in the mid-range.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. So we'll see Zion Williamson go to the line here. It goes on Chris Paul.
And few players are as electric as Zion. The speed and power he plays with, something you see once every few decades.
Now here's Paul. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And Williamson throws it down.
George's all-around game is very impressive, and his passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
And the blend of speed and power, as you said, Grant, Zion is unmatched.
He's a rhino with a jetpack. And on defense, when you see him coming in the open floor, you don't want to get in his way. The explosiveness in the paint is really what makes him so efficient. They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Heinsohn gets it to go.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
To the left side wing. Here's Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Did you guys feel that? When Zion slams it, the floor shakes.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Heinsohn, covered by Williamson.
And even though it's still early, they have got to get more aggressive out there.
Yeah, offensive rebound so valuable. You have to be careful not to give up fast break buckets the other way. But I think you always want to send somebody to the glass.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Here's Moncrief. Check by Davis. Pass to Hagan. Not going to go that time. And George with some nice D. Williamson passes to George. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Cleveland calls timeout. Here's Moncrief. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
Moncrief can do it all. His game is without a hole.
Williamson, right side. Pass to Wallace. George outside. Back to Williamson. Off target at the rim.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Paul's got space. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
The pull-up jumpers are a big part of Chris Paul's repertoire on offense. I mean, also a big part of what makes him so dangerous, too.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Now here's Paul.
And I just love the energy they've showed on the defensive side of the ball, especially inside where they're putting up some major resistance.
And that's always your first priority defensively, and I think they're doing a nice job.
And Clark, for just about every team at this time of the year, optimism is running high. That's the magic of the early season.
Couldn't agree with you more. And soon enough, B.A., we'll find out which teams have a right to be optimistic and can earn the right to be considered contenders. It's always fun to see which teams take that next step towards being playoff ready.
Now here's Paul. That won't go either for Paul.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That'll be a second foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. The Cavs trailing. Here's Scott. Pass to Jokic. Up and over Russell. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
You know, one measure of Nikola Jokic's growth as a player is his triple-double tally. I mean, he's already among the NBA career leaders in that category.
Gordon, he's checked in for Russell. Well, among active players, only LeBron and Westbrook are ahead of Jokic in triple-doubles, Clark.
And B.A. with a lot of runway left in front of him, I mean, the Joker figures to keep climbing up that list. I don't know if he'll catch Russ or the Big O at the top, but he's going to be in the neighborhood.
Here's Hagan. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. 5 points in the game.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
For three, George gets the three to fall.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Jokic. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Wallace. It's George on the wing. Sinks the tray. George has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Miller. That three's off the mark. Pass to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
Here's Hagan. He's got 5. Jokic with a screen on George. Down low. And Jokic Jokic throws it down.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Sampson uses the glass on the layup.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
It's George on the drive. Oh, and the dunk by George.
That was just a sick move by George. He's a legendary schooler when it comes to taking the defense to task.
Here's Scott. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Blocked! And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Gordon. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter here. To the middle. Here's Kersey. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Here's Sampson, covered by Jokic. Shot is good, Sampson.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
McDyess dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Launches it, tips it up. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 6 points for him.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Up by 10. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Pass to Jokic. Ooh, poked away. Oh, George with a steal. We've got Davis, and it's the Prophet in at the point. Here's Miller. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nikola Jokic again has won the league MVP, but he's not one to beat his own chest. He said, quote, "I never think about it. I didn't come here to be the MVP of the league. I always think that somebody's better than me, and I want to compete to beat them. Just by that mentality alone, I'm the underdog every time." Brian?
Well, it's working for him, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Davis. Pass to Wallace. It's George on the wing. Here's Wallace for three. Jokic grabs the board.
Coming onto the floor for your Cavaliers, Tom Heinsohn.
Here's Kersey. Jokic up top to the inside. And Heinsohn gets it to go.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Here's Sampson. And the shot's good. He's got 6.
And Sampson, 7'4", versatile, mobile. Good luck trying to stop him inside. He's too tall, too long.
Pass to Heinsohn. Here's Miller. To the paint. Here's Kersey. And he jams it home with authority.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Here's Scott. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's George. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Kersey. Here's Miller. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And after a few seasons of anemic offense, the Cavs have finally started to turn things around.
Yes, they have. And they made a big step forward. Now, there's a nice balance to their offense.
Cleveland calls timeout.
Okay, everyone. Look who's running onto the court. Your Cavs powerhouse dance team.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Pass to Hagan. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Russell. Davis, the pass to George. From deep three-point range. Davis can't hit. Jokic with it. 7 points in the game. Ball stolen. In transition, here they come. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Well, I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
And here comes Cleveland. 15-point game. Outside Paul.
We're not even at halftime, and already he's got 4 fouls. They're definitely going to have to limit his minutes the rest of the way.
And in any season, you'll have your struggling teams. Clark is a competitor. How hard is it to bring your best when you're enduring a tough stretch?
Well, I think it comes down to the responsibility you have to yourself and your team to give it your best shot. and competitors want to compete, and you have to relish that, even when you have the deck stacked against you. So weathering adversity and still being professional and committed to competing, I think is the mark of every pro, should be the mark of every pro.
Now here's Paul. He has 6. Here's one.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
A ridiculous
Yeah,
slam!
yeah.
That was nice.
Insane throwdown right there.
So it's the Cavaliers now, trailing by 17. Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Sampson. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Here's Wallace. A 17-point lead, their biggest. Clock at 6. Now here's George. Tight defense on him. That one's good for 2. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
When George is aggressive now, I think it energizes his whole team.
Paul passes to Jokic. Outside Paul. Goes up at the elbow. Here's Hagan. And the 3 off target.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And rejected. Pass to Paul. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Paul's got 9.
I think that's the best way for Paul to open up the passing lanes, expand them, keep knocking down those deep ones, and the defense will have to pick its poison.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Davis against Jokic. Here's Paul. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. He's got 11.
And Jokic is one of the best passing big men in the game. He has a great feel for when to dish the rock.
Shot is good, Sampson.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Cleveland calls timeout. Now Paul, he's got 11. Here's Heinsohn and Williamson with the block.
As athletic as he is, Zion can be a rugged defender. He needs to stay aggressive and keep looking to block more shots. Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's a nice job by Jokic, getting fouled in the act, and we know he's going to cash in most time.
Nikola Jokic, 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jokic.
They've scored really well this quarter. Keep it up, and they'll find themselves right back in it.
And so he makes both from the line.
Trying their best to catch up. Can't fault their performance from the line, especially this quarter.
Here's Williamson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And here's Jokic. 9 points in the game. Pass to Paul. He takes it in. It's hauled in by Sampson. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Here's Williamson. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Paul's gone 4 of 12 from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Williamson outside. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Paul. 11 points in the game. It's a one-on-one situation. Pass to Davis. Knocks down the triple. Davis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
From deep. Wallace misses. Here's Cleveland. And here's Paul looking to win the run. It's hauled in by Sampson.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
Jokic passes to Paul. Right wing. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jokic has got 11 points.
The bounce pass right on the money. Great setup.
To the wing on the left. Here's Wallace. Davis from long range. The shot no good. And it's Cleveland the other way. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Paul. He can't hit that time. Here's Wallace. He's guarded by Paul. Williamson for 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Moncrief. Takes the 3. That shot off the mark. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Delivering the blowout. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
That game against the Knicks, they certainly got their work cut out for them. They'll have to be.
And keeping things moving, what a tremendous first half. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Paul George has been sensational.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
To the middle. Here's Heinsohn. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. 6 points for him.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Paul George out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Davis, and it's the Prophet in at the 1. That's tipped. Here's the break. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Paul for 3. He drops it from range. Paul's got 14 points for the game.
That's a good decision right there to get Paul the ball. He made it look easy on that catch and shoot.
Wallace misses. This Cavs squad is struggling. Here's Hagan. 5 points in the game. Jokic with a screen on George. Back to Jokic. Plenty of space. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
Quick reaction that time by Jokic. Very impressive. Good at rolling to the right spot after setting the screen and doing it quickly.
The 3. Davis can't hit.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. Russell's checked in for Sampson.
Checking in for the away team, Bill Russell.
And so it's Cleveland with it, trailing by 17. Here's Heinsohn, covered by Williamson. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
His second team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Nikola Jokic.
Boy, it's so much fun watching Jokic do his thing. I mean, he's not uber athletic, but my, is he skilled. He wows you with some of the passes he makes and some of the finishes he completes.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Here's Hagan. Russell with the rebound. Russell's got 4 rebounds now.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Davis has got 8.
You'd love to see Zion develop his passing game even more, but credit to him for spotting the wide open man.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
At the line for your Cavaliers with 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Pass to Wallace. Now here's Davis. The 3 is up. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 6 assists here tonight.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Now here's Paul. 16 points for him. That one goes in.
Paul working around the defense that time to get a close shot inside.
Here's Wallace. Hits the trifecta. 13 points in the game.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Heinsohn, covered by Williamson. Elbow shot. Paul's shot is off.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Williamson. 15 points in the game. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Team foul.
That free throw misses. And the Cavaliers making a change here.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the 3rd. Paul passes to Jokic. Up and over Russell. And it's Jokic missing.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
Davis against Paul. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Chris Paul.
Walter Davis, an all-star his first 4 years of his career, is truly a difference maker.
No good on that one. And the NBA enjoying the highest attendance numbers in the history of the league. Clark, compare the fan experience now to where it was in the 80s when you played.
BA, I don't know if there is any comparison. I mean, when you factor in the popularity of the league now with the various social media platforms that exist, the star magnitude power of the game's biggest stars worldwide, I just think it's a different time. More teams, more exposure, more platforms for exposure, and a real understanding of how to market the NBA globally. So fans have a way of engaging that didn't exist in the early 80s.
Now here's Paul. 18 points for him. Can they get it? Tipped!
Great timing there. Outstanding instincts by Bill Russell. Then the long, long reach. It's a wrap.
That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Williamson's got 3 assists in the game.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
There's Davis with the 3. Hauled in by Paul. To the inside, Heinsohn. Pass to Hagan. Takes a 13-footer. Russell with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Davis has gone 5 of 10 shooting from long range.
Cleveland Cavaliers, Screen Team.
Here's Kersey.
Give it up for your
Inside. And the dunk by Jokic.
Jokic breaking down defenses and going to work, getting busy. This guy is such a talented offensive player and a joy to watch.
And here comes Cleveland. Here's Kersey. There's the three. Tries to keep it alive. Miller can't get it to go.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
third team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Williamson at the line for 2.
Williamson hits them both. And so it's Cleveland with it. Down low. Shot's good by Scott.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Outside Russell. Pass to Wallace. From deep three-point range. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. He's got 16.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's McDyess. Covered by Williamson. Out left to the wing. Here's McDyess. Knocked loose. In transition. Back to Williamson. Beyond the arc.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Davis. Let's go with a 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball. Sampson. He's checked in for Williamson.
Substitution for the away team. Ralph Sampson.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Here's Scott. Pass to McDyess. Here's Kersey. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Scott from behind the arc. Fires in the triple.
Oh, man, check out the handle. I didn't know he had that in this game.
And then Russell with the dunk.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Jokic, and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Davis has got 15 points here in the second half.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Pass to Kersey, to the middle. And Jokic throws it down.
Nice find that time from the swing man, Kersey. Teammates love that kind of unselfishness.
To the left wing. Here's Wallace. Outside Russell. And stolen by Jokic. Stolen by Russell. Wallace misses. Now here's Jokic. 22 points for him. That one a little long.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
From deep. Wallace misses.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of...
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Delivering the blowout. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Aaron Gordon is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Steven Adams. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's the Prophet in at the point.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Here's Gill. He's guarded by Bridges. Shoots off the step back. Gill, no.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Grant, you look at the playoffs last year. I mean, a lot of big-name stars struggled to deliver. Is that every year, or you think that was an anomaly?
BA, I think it was a bit of an anomaly. I mean, I think you think what's happened in the league in the last few years with the bubble and then the restart last season, there's been a lot of basketball played, and I think it's impacted a lot of players. So I think moving forward, we'll get back to a level of normalcy with the rest and recovery of the offseason, and big-name stars will continue to excel and thrive in the years to come.
You know, George's not content just to roam the perimeter now. He'll attack the heart of the defense as well.
Here's Moncrief. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Davis. Williamson, right side. Here's Russell, and it's rejected. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Here's Heinsohn, covered by Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. Paul for 3. Russell with the rebound. Russell's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Williamson. Russell, the pass to Williamson. Goes back up. Can't get it to drop.
Away team foul. Russell is fifth. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here comes Cleveland. Here's Moncrief. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
George passes to Davis. Back to George. The 3 is up. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Outside Davis. Off target from outside. Inside. Here's Moncrief. And it's blocked by Davis.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And here comes Cleveland. Paul with it. Russell covering to the inside. Pass to Wallace. No good with the triple. Williamson with it. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures and different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
Here's Paul. It's on target from the high post. Paul's got 22.
You know, Chris Paul is one of the outstanding scoring point guards of this or any other era, for that matter. He's just a guy who knows how to get it done.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball.
Away team foul. Robert Davis, his second team foul.
Here's Moncrief.
His struggles this quarter are self-evident, and the team just continues to suffer for it. And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Oh, there's the alley. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Back to Russell. Pass to George. Fires the three. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Well, Grant, in the pace and space era of the NBA, it seems like the rate of free throws league-wide has declined dramatically.
Yeah, I love that, B.A. It keeps the game going. There's a flow to the game, and we like it as broadcasters, and you know the fans love it as well. So I hope the league will continue on this trend.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his third foul so far. Here's Moncrief. Checked by Davis.
It's been a challenging quarter for them, and his offensive inconsistency is a driving factor.
Pass to Armstrong. George outside. On the wing, Davis. No good from outside. Here's Moncrief. Shoots over Davis. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to McDyess. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Here's Williamson. Grant, when you see players make that leap from star to superstar, think about guys like Giannis and Jason Tatum. I mean, what is that step like? You did it.
Well, it's interesting. You know, you come into the league and you have success right away, but at some point, everything just clicks. It could be year 4, year 5, year 6, usually in that window where now you figure things out and now you take that next step and become elite. Now, B.A., you know, I'm hoping that things start to click with me in my golf game. It's been about 4 or 5 years there, too.
Superstar status is not in the cards for you on the golf course.
What fun would it be to play with a guy like CP3? I mean, if you get open, he's finding you, and his leadership skills are unquestioned. That guy would be a joy to play with.
Back to Williamson. Here's Wallace. That's good, and it's Williamson with the assist. Williamson's got his 4th assist with that last one. And here comes Cleveland. Here's the floater, and Paul lays it in. Paul's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And Paul with the good touch on the floater. Guys, that's a difficult shot to make, that floater, but it's one of his many go-to shots.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Here's Wallace. He's guarded by Paul. Pass to Armstrong. Puts up a 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. The ball's knocked loose. Shoots over Paul. They get the rebound. Out to the wing. 4-3. Drills it from deep.
Hey, you've got to defend BJ out there now. He will not hesitate to let that three-pointer fly.
Now here's Paul. And we've got 1:18 left in the final quarter. Williams grabs the board. Pass to Russell. Kicks it to George. Here's Wallace. Here's Armstrong. Launches a three. Knocks down the long J.
Quick adjustment that time by Armstrong. Gets the ball and gets his shot off immediately.
Here's Miller. And again, another missed shot.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it. Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Pass to Wallace. Right side, Russell. And no good, trying to use the glass. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. The three. It's not going to go for him. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Just one thing else that separates Russell from other bigs. I mean, the speed to outrun most guys on the court.
Outside Paul. And so the road team gets the W in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory.